So what year was that map we looked at? 1930, 39. First one was 32 or something, or 34. Ooh, what kind of flower is that? Violet. It's like one of those vines, doesn't it?
I don't know. Oh, it's a delphinium. Maybe it's. Did it come up? No.
No, it's on that vine right there.
Sure is. Wow, isn't that pretty?
Pretty neat. I don't think I've seen that before.
That looks kind of like a sweet pea.
It does. So that bottle, when I looked at that 56 aerial photograph, this was all woods right here. And then the Willis family was laid to rest right over there somewhere. So I'm looking over here, and a map showed this being a road right here. What mound? Yeah, I see that mound. There was a barn here and a house. That's what when I was here yesterday, I found some bottles. I'm trying to find that again. Look, armadillos. Two of them. Two little armadillos. They going. Go find your hole, little fellas. Usually they come out at night. These are armadillos. Oh, you got another one? Yeah, 3 of them. Well, here's 2 right here. They are sort of a nuisance too. They get in people's, yeah, they are cute, but they carry disease, I was told. I don't know if that's true or not. All right, go down in your hole. When they're frightened, they go find a hole. That's what they do. Go back to your den or whatever you call it. They went in the hole. All right, we're gonna leave them alone. He's got things to do. He's trying to eat something. Yeah, I think there was, from the maps, there were some outbuildings here. So I can only assume that this is something from where the barn might have laid. So where were those bottles at? We'll just keep walking. So we're close. Ah, here we go, look. Wire. So this is where someone piled up, see the fence wire?
This is like a trash pile.
Trash pile. Someone piled up some. When the farmers farmed this land and they quit, when the big farmers came, I'm talking about the guys that own the property now, they probably cleaned it up and bulldozed a bunch of this stuff up. The house, it used to be somewhere right around here. We don't know exactly where. I bet it was right there where it's thick. See how thick it is right there? I bet that's where the house was at. See how it's grown up thick? Anyway, the house was knocked down or burnt down or something back in probably around, I'm gonna guess, the early 60s. Ah, so something caught my eye. It's a reflection of possibly glass. So there it is right there. Tin. The tin roof to what? Where? To the right. Right. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Sun's sort of in the camera's angle right now. You got it one. I'm coming.
I walked right through it.
Oh, you walked through it. I walked under it, didn't I? Oh, there he is. What kind of spider is that? That's a garden spider, remember?
Oh, look. It's following us. The armadillo's following us.
Oh, go back home, little fella. Go find your buddies. I'm not your mother.
Let him come up to us.
Get on. Get.
They don't see very well.
No, they don't see too good. Okay, let's see if I can get around the spider web and go over here where I see a big old piece of tin over here. Which is probably from the house or the barn that was here at this farm that used to be here. And we know we're close to civilization sardine can. I think this is my, oh, here's my dump right here. Okay, here we go. Bottle dump. Fence. Oh, wait a minute, kids. More fence wire. Could this have been the barnyard? Yeah, this could have been the barnyard. This could have been the barn. Tin. Good wire. Wire from the 40s probably. Wire goes around, more fence. There's probably a barn right here. 10 to the barn. 10 to the barn. An old tire. Look at that white wall tire. You know that's an old one. Yeah, we could look for snakes.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Looking for the rim size.
Is this a bed frame? I think this is a bed frame.
Looks like it, doesn't it? Let me.
You think this is a dump?
No, I think this was the yes, bed frame. I think there was a house here, and see the fence?
Well, I wonder if the headboard's under here.
See the fence?
Oh, yeah.
This is like maybe the barnyard. Maybe this was the animal place.
Yeah.
A lot of trash out here.
Yeah, a lot of trash.
They just threw the trash. Maybe the trash fell out of the barn or something. I don't know. Maybe the barn fell in and they had all their bottles. Orange juice bottle. No deposit. No return. That's a bird. Beer bottles. Vinegar bottle maybe, or apple cider bottle. Some type of an ice tray can, maybe an ice tray or a, nope, hey, lawnmower gas can. That's what that is. That's what the carburetor would fit on there. So this was a barn or farmyard. There was a house somewhere. I just got to figure where the house was at. I'm looking for a whale. I was told there was a whale here also. 5-gallon oil can, lid to a washing machine or refrigerator or something over there. More cans, a lot of cans. Ketchup bottle maybe. Well, deposit. No, this is a property. Don't know what this is. This is some kind of a bottle. It's a screw on top though. Some type of a beverage. Plenty of cans. Plenty of beer bottles. They drank good, didn't they? Old Falstaff beer. What do you think? I don't know. I'll get a shot at the bottom of it. Y'all tell me. So, I found a Coke bottle when I was here the other day. Yeah. Another orange juice bottle. Someone wore them shoes out, didn't they? They sure did. Part air filter. This is an old bath. This is an old bath air filter. You know what an old bath air filter is, Robert Wright. Went on an automobile. More than likely a car. Oh, look at that little fella. Make a run for it, guy. I'm sorry I disturbed you. Anyway. It's that striped lizard looking thing. That's an oil bath. The oil was in here, and there's a wire filter in there, and the air would go around here, go down through the oil, and get up into the screen. Oh, come this way. Come this way, and go through the oil to get back into the intake carburetor. Oil bath air filter. I'm gonna take a chance on saying that was a Ford, but I could be wrong. Y'all tell me what y'all think it is. I'll get a good shot of it right there. Yeah, he wore those shoes out, didn't he? Oh, this is interesting. Two neat things. This right here. Tell me what that is. Is the tea ready? Tea time. Cool. Tea time. So more than likely this was a house somewhere close by, a barn, and at some time or another they knocked it all down. Here's the drink soda bottles. Let's date this. Let's date these bottles, producer.
What is that, a Dr. Pepper?
That's a RC, 10 fluid ounces.
Wait, with a round thing on it? Let me look at that. Oh, it is. That's a 70s.
70s.
Yeah.
I think that's the 70s?
Let's see what it says.
70. Okay.
70, yeah.
Well, hold on that bottle a second. I want you to...
I'm
now,
gonna put it on this
friend of mine that owns this property, she told me that I could come out here. Now, here's another one. This is a Coke bottle.
This is a...
And it says Atlanta on the bottom.
Either a pepper bottle. Ooh, cool. Okay,
I'm gonna take these bottles.
But it's not an embossed bottle. It's
I'm gonna take these bottles to her.
ACL bottle.
And let her. I see one more I want to try to reach for right here, and then it's gonna be the last of my bottle.
at this.
Dig it.
Wow, this is a rare size.
This is more than likely a...
No deposit, no refill.
That is a planter's peanut jar, isn't it?
Let me see. Or it could, no, probably Nescafe coffee.
Oh, I didn't think about that. You know what? You're right.
All right, what about this? No deposit, no return.
It's got to be alcohol, maybe,
Liquid,
right?
maybe?
It's got the aluminum thing, so that's 70s. Some type of beverage. Like I said, this house was occupied up until, I gotta do some math here.
Probably the 60s,
20.
50s. Here's another Coke bottle.
Roy passed away in 60, didn't he?
This is a little Coke bottle. One of the
And
70s.
Bubba farmed this land when he was a kid, so he farmed it in the 70s, late 70s. So I'm saying it was occupied until now this bottle here is going to be, identify this bottle for me. I'm not going to rub it because I don't want to.
Oh, that's a Royal Crown. Yeah, you're going to have to let it dry. Yeah,
60 something on the bottom. I'm going to get this one, let it dry and clean it up. That's, I think, older than that one right there. What is Gadsden, Alabama?
The little Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, 6.5. For some reason, I think they taste better in the smaller bottles, don't you? Yeah, tell me what y'all think. So anyway, I think this land was occupied, or this house that was here was
cool.
was
Look at the shoe with the moss on it.
Was occupied in the 70s. They farmed around it, and then sometime in the late 70s, I think,
Ooh,
either knocked it down. Knocked it down.
Here's another Coke.
Oh, that's not a Coke. That's
This
upper
is an
10.
upper 10, but the Coke is right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's one of the bigger Cokes.
Yeah,
Here, you hold that.
Yeah, I'll get that one right there. Upper 10. Do they still make upper 10? I wonder. I think this was a competition for Sprite. Was that what it was?
I think it was before Sprite.
Might have been before Sprite. Well, anyway. So anyway, we're out here looking. We're looking for, just following up on my earlier adventure in history when we came out here to find the Willis Cemetery, and we think we found it over there. And we knew from an old map and an old
Drinking glasses with the on them.
drinking glasses somewhere. Where?
But it's broken. I mean, that it.
I'm coming with the camera.
They were like grocery store promotionals.
I think that's alcohol over there.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Now I think I've seen that before. Anyway, if any of y'all recognize that pattern right there, I'll hold it still for a second and turn it around. All right. A lot of bottles, a lot of trash. Here, we're going to set this over here in our little collection area, and then we're going to take some to them. Carry over there to them. Put her here by the gas can, old gas can. And part of a, you know what that is? $1 million question. What is this right here? Robert Wright knows what that is.
Oh, is that a door lock? No.
One more guess.
Oh, I know what it goes to. It goes to the thing that you jack your car up.
That's right, the bumper jack. There was a rod that would go down, not a rod, a device, a shaft or something that would go right there where my, hold on a second, it's hard to hold the camera. It would go down through there, right through there, and it would go up this way, and you would jack this, and it had notches on it, and it would carry the jack up, and on this end, I think there was a device that hooked on the bumper. So part of an old bumper jack, which they've done away with. Now they've got all these little axle jacks and these little specialized jacks that hook straight up to the car side or the car axle. Here's the basketball the kids probably played with when they lived here. Children played right here. They'll tell me how many families lived in this little house that was somewhere right here. We don't know exactly where it was at.
This is a king size Coke.
Yeah, they sold those.
This is the precursor to
The 2-liter plastic bottle.
Right,
Let's get a shot of that right there. You hold it for me.
Let's see what it says on the bottom. It says
made in. No, I can't.
trademark.
Trademark. Ohio.
Oh my gosh, Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah. The bottles were just moved from
That's cool.
from one Coke plant to another.
Amazing.
But that is an interesting. Say hello to all the people in Toledo. We're gonna walk a little bit further because I'm looking for the foundation to the house. It would have been either brick or stone or some kind of rock. And guess what I found? Well, I'm sorry. We got to cut the camera off because she... Oh, you are? Okay, I think I either found the footing to the house or gravestones. And I think it's not gravestones. I think it's the chimney. Come here, producer, executive producer. Actually, you're not the executive producer. You're the content producer that does all the... while you walk this way, be on the lookout for an open well. So here we have, as I get to it, y'all, I'm not even going to stop. Oh, I found something even better than the chimney.
What?
A hubcap. Robert Wright and I both we collect and love hubcaps. Love them, because there's an artwork. I'll have to get my...
Is it a Plymouth or a Mercury?
I'm going to let you pull it up with your tool.
Okay.
Just grab it on the corner there, and I'll pull this limb out of the way.
Volkswagen.
I doubt if there are any Volkswagens here.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
I think it's a Mercury. Get to the far
The
side.
guy with the hat that...
Yeah, it's just not a Mercury. It's a... Yeah, you talking about the
I don't want to scratch it.
you get on the far side. Get right here where there's... There you go. Ooh, it's bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
It's a 15-inch maybe.
All right, move back.
Okay.
Turn it off for a second.
No, we ain't gonna turn it off. We're gonna keep it going. This is a live discovery.
Oh, is
This is
it?
even better than finding the old pistol in the birdhouse.
Well,
You didn't hear about that, did you?
no, yeah, I saw the...
Okay, this is even better than the pistol in the birdhouse.
Oh!
That is cool.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna play a game right now.
I guess that...
Guess the hubcap.
Let me look at it. Looks like a...
Looks like a ship's
Yeah, it does.
steering wheel or whatever you call it.
Oh, the chimney.
All right, so y'all guess the name of this hubcap, what model it went on, and comment down in there.
Walk into what used to be a house.
That's
I
what we're
love
gonna do. We're
it.
actually gonna walk that way. So,
That's so cute.
and the reason I thought that the house was here was because of the growth of the smaller vines and things that grew up here in the woods after the house fell in, because
Oh, and look at the moss-covered stuff.
the rest of it was farmland.
Wow.
Neat pair of shoes right there. Not my size. Someone left their clothes here. Cool steps. Walk up the
Wow.
steps. Here's the pillars. You think that is cool? Look at that television.
Oh my God.
Date
That's
that
TV?
television.
Oh, that,
Date the TV, y'all.
oh, that's well, let's pull it up and see what the make
Do you
is.
think that is 50s?
Early 60s, probably. Late 50s, early 60s.
More Coke bottles.
What is this pipe right here?
That's a handle to
Okay, no.
a glider, front porch glider.
Really?
I think so. The foot
Oh,
to
gosh,
it. Anyway,
it's
I want
not
to get a look at this TV. Metal, aluminum, metal. Look at the handle right there. There's the knob. There's the screen. That is cool.
That is amazing.
Cool. And the tubes in the back. One of the tubes is left with one of the
Early
tubes.
plastic. No, it's not plastic. Wow.
Yeah, this is a... So just think there was a house here at one time. More RC bottles.
Topaz.
Don't know what that is. Okay, look at this chimney. I got a question for you. All right, I'm gonna pan right here, y'all. All y'all viewing, just sit here and watch for a second. Here's the steps right here.
Okay.
Those are the pillars to the house, we think. Way over there, more pillars. Way over there, other steps and more pillars.
Wow.
All right.
This was
Look
a
at
pretty
the
good-sized house.
look at the chimney, how it's opened
On two sides.
on two sides. A left side,
And a right.
and it's all the way through to
Is
the
it
other
two
side.
or is it one?
It's both sides are open.
Okay.
So, was this a big one-room house?
No, I think it's more than one room.
Another
Right.
pillar, precast pillar, concrete poured into
This is
some
little
type of a
coffee
bucket.
jar.
And I will also say here is a Fanta drink, another tube out of the television. And whoever it was stylish. Look, the lady was stylish.
Yeah.
She had a great a child's shoe.
Oh, look, a baby doll arm. Oh my God, that's so creepy.
Hold on a second.
That's too creepy.
let me see the baby
Wonder
doll
where the
arm.
head is.
It is a little baby doll arm.
But the fingers
in
are
this.
damaged. rotted.
Well, it's dry rotted. A child's shoe. A child's shoe right here. So like I said, either the house fell in on its own. I don't think it burnt, because if it burnt, this would have burnt.
Yeah, they would.
More than likely, it just decayed and fell in.
The ground reclaimed it.
That's correct. The ground reclaimed it. From the style of the bricks are not that old. You know it? However, these pillars are together. So were the bricks added later on to reinforce the house when it had issues? Were these the original pillars right here? I don't know. Pretty nice size house though. Distributor cap, a couple of whiskey bottles, a work boot for the working man that lived here. Another shot at the big chimney. Pan around the back over here. The old tree that was in the backyard that the kids climbed on when they were little fellas. They'll tell how many generations of children. We'll have to come back with a metal detector and look for that lost dime or something. And this is interesting too. A second small chimney. Would this have been the kitchen? And this here also tells me that they had electricity at some time. Electrical. Old fuse size. A buddy shoe. I'm coming. This chimney here is probably on the back of the house, where there was probably the cooking room, the kitchen. So I'm going to date this house to 1900. Post 19. I'm going to date this house to after the 1900s, because I could be wrong too, you know, because of the cinder blocks used for steps. But the cinder blocks could have been added later on when the house was modernized in the 1900s. So we're gonna cut the camera off and maneuver around a little bit, because my camera's getting hot. I don't know, but look at all these bottles here.
So if you think about it, if they didn't have a local trash service,
They didn't.
then everything they ever had or bought or threw away
Yeah.
is right here.
Yeah, they didn't take the bottle back to
Different
the...
states of decay. Part of
Yeah.
the shoe, I think, or hat.
Yeah, it is. All these bottles we have here. Neat bottle collection.
Look at these little pumps. A slingback pump.
That
is
what it's
too
called?
cute. Yeah.
Yeah. That's their Sunday dress shoe right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, and this might be the other one, or this might be the other little one I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the other little one. I found the whole pair.
Found a pair of shoes. Man, we did
red,
good.
White and blue.
They were patriotic.
Look at that.
So-
Aren't they cute? They got. Oh, this one's different. This one's got a. They had children that were near the same age.
Yep. Let's put the shoes out
And
here.
so the older one,
Put the
they
shoe right
picked
there.
and they matched.
Match their kids. I could just see the kids.
See, this one's got a blue heel and that one's got a red.
I could just see the kids on a Sunday morning all dressed up, walking down these steps right here, talking to their daddy and mama, saying, "Mama, after church, can we go get us an RC Cola down at the store?"
Now, you know what this is? This is from an old
And they could
radio.
that goes to this TV right over here.
Oh,
And they probably came home from church
or an
on Sunday
Older TV.
and watched something on the old television that sat right here in their living room. A little bit of American history right here.
I mean, you can tell that they had. Look at this.
They had a good life.
Well,
They had a good life
several
here.
children anyway.
Yeah, they sure did. And it's a small house too, really.
No, it's not a one room though.
Well, but still, it's not that big, because there was a kitchen there. So that's. Well, wait a minate. Look, that pillar goes way over there.
Yeah.
So the house was pretty big.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't a one room shack.
No, it wasn't. Multiple rooms, probably.
Yeah.
At least 4 or so.
Portable plate.
We found some china.
Got some dishes.
So we started just walking to look for a bottle dump, and look what we found. I mean, we've been here for 25 minutes finding all this neat stuff here, and sort of thinking and sort of imagining what their life was back living here in the 1900s, 1930s, 1940s, 1950s, probably up until about the 1960s or 70s someone lived here. Maybe even the early 80s, right? They lived a good life, probably, in this farmland right here. Raised some families. Did a lot of work, and I had a car because there's a hubcap. There's a lot of shoes left behind and clothing.
Clorox.
There's some more clothing left behind too. So why did they take off and leave all their shoes?
Well, maybe they outgrew them. You know, kids outgrow shoes very quickly.
Left? Why would they leave the house and not clean it out before they left?
Because they...
A lot of questions. So, if this was 70s, and we think this is 70s and 80s, right?
Some of it.
So they were living here. And what happened was farming changed. I know for a fact that the gentleman that owned all this property, and several thousand acres, he passed away. And I think he passed away in the 60s. I could be wrong by a few years. And things changed. The family started renting the land out to someone else. So maybe the people that lived here didn't have jobs after he passed away. Maybe they had to move on, go get jobs somewhere else, and maybe they just had to pack up and go. They were probably...
They probably had a dog that slept under the house.
Yep, they probably had a dog slept under the house. They were probably tenant farmers that lived in the house and helped farm this land. And then maybe they just had to change in their life, you know, things change. Get a job in the big city or something. So just a little artifact of history left here for us to run across someday. So we're just gonna walk. We see more tin. There's probably a couple of barns with this homestead here. Yeah, I'm gonna come around here in a circle. I'm looking for a whale. There had to have been a whale. But you know what? Being the... Oh, look what I found. The bed frames that you talk... Yeah, I found them right here. The old bed frames. Wow. And a can, too. I don't know what that can is. What is that? Is that Armor Treat? Armor Treat. I'll see if I can show you. Armor Treat right there. There's a pole. Is that I can't get it up. You know what that is? That's a handle or something. That's a handle. I can't get it up. Here's the bed frames.
Oh, we
Look.
can set it up. Make a garden.
And this here is a handle or something. I don't know what. But here's the headboard and footboard. Yep.
Wow, and the mattress spring.
Mattress spring right there with it.
Oh, we should set it up.
No, we're not going to set it up right now.
Too hard.
And a tractor tire.
We'll come back this
Some more tin. Yeah, we'll come back when it's cooler.
We can set it up like it's still a house.
We sure could.
That'd be fun.
There's more bottles over there. So what's the deposit on a 10-ounce bottle now? Can I take this down to the...
Used to be 5 cents or 10 cents.
Remember when you got in trouble stealing those bottles in that man's backyard?
It was my cousin who put me up.
Put you up to it. You got 5 cents a bottle. Had to take all the bottles back, didn't you? They were clean after you got them, that's right. Bottle thief. Now this area right here is probably where the field started. Because you can see the pine trees back there that have been planted. So this is probably last of the homestead right here. Because Bubba told me when he was a kid, which would have been in... Bubba was a kid in the 60s and 70s. He helped his daddy farm this land, and another spider. Another one of those garden spiders. He helped his daddy farm this land, and they would plow around the old cemetery, which is to my far right. So this would have been the house. There's a spider on me. So this would have been all farmland, planted fields right here. This is all their fields, cotton fields. Grew a lot of cotton here. And when the farmers passed away and the kids moved on, they planted it all in pine trees now. And here we're back here today looking at some old history. Here's another find in the woods. And so what is that? That is that a flywheel? I don't know what that is. We're gonna find out right now. Oh, that's a, I was fixing to say it was a brake drum. I think that's part of a brake drum, to be honest with you, to an automobile. I could be wrong. Bolt pattern 1, 2. 1, 2, no. Interesting, that would be the place you would adjust it. You know, that could be off of a farm tractor or something. So I found it laying here. If anyone knows what that is, I'll show the inside. And I'll show you the backside. It's old farm equipment, probably. I was fixing to say a brake drum, but I don't think it is. Anyway, if y'all know what it is, chime in there. Made out of metal. Well, I might have found a door to an automobile. All right. I mean, it looks like it could be the door to an automobile. We're going to go get it up and we're going to try and identify it. I think it is a door to an automobile. Still has a glass in it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So, wow. Ooh, maybe we can tell what color the car was.
We're going to find out what.
Look at the glass window.
Still has a doorknob, and is that the window rolling knob?
Possibly.
Yep. I'm going to ease it up. Still has a glass in there. So
I know. Be careful.
Snakes and other varmints.
Don't break it. Wow. All right, I'm coming around.
No, I'm going to flip it around to you.
Oh.
Right there.
Okay. Lean it up again. Ooh, a big hefty door. That looks like the back door to like a one of those heavy-bodied Chevrolets, like a core.
Yeah, this is the back door to like an Impala.
No, well.
Impala station wagon or something?
Wow, no. See how thick it is? I remember there were these little dumpy cars that were.
Not a Nova.
Oh well. Let's take a good picture of it. Lean it up against that tree right there.
I'm going to take several photographs of it, and then we're going to play another game. Name the car.
Yeah.
So let me lean it up right here.
It's pretty neat. Can you get it over there?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
They don't make them like that anymore. I'm going to tell you right now, that sucker's heavy.
Oh, I hope
Could
the
be
glass...
a Pontiac, too.
I hope the glass doesn't get broken.
It won't. I'm going to lay it back somewhere else.
And look, it's the kind that has the button, that you push the button to make the handle work. See the button?
You can just imagine. It's probably, what, 60s model or something?
Yeah. 60s,
Get a good view of it. I'm going to get a side view. It shows that ripple right there. And then it shows a smaller ripple right here. Neat style.
See how beefy it is?
Yeah. Really thick. So what car does it go to? That's the question. Okay. Let's take it right down through there.
Wow,
hey, is that a number on there? No, maybe not. It's part of the hinge. Okay, where's the rest of the car is what I want to know.
Yeah, the famous question.
Where's the rest of the car? All right, this is a fuel pump. It's an old-timey fuel pump. Back when I was a youngster, I put a many of those on old automobiles. And this is a rebuildable one, see? See those? I don't know if you can see those screws. Let me set it down so I can see them. See these screws right here? This is a rebuildable fuel pump. Don't make them like that, no mo. They sure don't. I'm gonna put it with the car door. Maybe it'll help us identify the car. Alrighty, like I said, make a guess. Make a guess on this car door. Another brick pillar away from the house. There's the brick pillar, and the house was way over there. So an outbuilding to the house. The car door was over there. Here's a hubcap right here. Let's take a look at this hubcap, see if we can identify it too. Now that's the easy one right there. Chevrolet. Old Chevrolet hubcap. I don't know what year that is. You know what this is right here, don't you? It looks like a piece of farm equipment. And I can't tell you for sure, but it looks like a piece of farm equipment or something. It's buried right here on the side of the road. There's actually a road right over there, an old field road right there. And another field road right here. That was probably a driveway to this house. Matter of fact, it curves right around that way that came up to this house. Some more of the artifacts, furniture, kitchen chairs, frames right there. That's what those are. Old box fan, part of a stove. 5-gallon oil can. But you don't see them made out of metal anymore. They're all plastic now. A couple more things out of the kitchen. Another can right there. Another can right there. Another piece of you know what that is? This is one of those little dinette roll around things used to have in the dining rooms. Remember them?
Yeah, a bar cart.
That's what that is. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. And this is
That's a yard chair frame.
yard chair frame. That's right. I see the old
And then the other
aluminum.
thing that I
There's the old handle right there for it.
fan.
Yep.
You see the fan? Over
Yeah, I
there?
saw the fan in the.
I think those are like kitchen chairs.
I think they are too.
And then
That's
I
a
think
piece of
that's
plastic.
A toy tractor.
Toy tractor. Yep, that's what that
Okay.
is.
See the wheel?
Yep. I see
And
it.
isn't this the body of it?
Probably
Doesn't it
so,
look
and
like
that's a piece
tractor or something.
A piece of metal right there. Something. Alrighty. So it says Empire 1420, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 3-cylinder toy. It just says, well, it's got 3 exhausts on there. And this is a V6, which I doubt it was a V6. There's the front rail. Anyway, I'm sorry. It's funny. There's one of the tires to it. Let's go ahead and get it out there. Here's the back tires to it. And here is the old back mechanism right there. Lay it out there for you kids. It was a tricycle. It was a tricycle is what it was. Yeah. Interesting. I guess the kids had a lot of fun on playing out here in this old Southwest Georgia farm, playing with their little old Empire tractor toy. So we had fun out here. Came out here looking for the Willis family cemetery. Think we found out where it was at. Found the old house place, which we think could have been the Willis family home. We don't know for sure. If it wasn't, it was one that was built on the property that was at one time the Willis family. It was probably last occupied by, we're assuming, some farm laborers or sharecroppers or tenant farmers. That may be the right word, tenant farmers, I think. And probably, I'm guessing 70s is my guess, is when 70s or early 80s when they stopped farming this area and started planting pine trees, and now it's all grown up, and someday it'll all just rust away and be gone, and their memories will be gone too, I guess. Thanks for joining me today, and me and the producer appreciate y'all. Comment a little bit if you want to. It's hot. It's hot today, gonna be in the 90s. We're gonna go to the Dairy Queen, get us a cold drink or something, and we'll see you on the next Adventures in History. Thank you.